everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and so today I'm going to be reviewing the Panilonco. It is a Merlot Malbec from Chile. It is a 2016 reserve. It is $5 to $7 if I had to write down the exact price on this one, and it is 13.5% alcohol by volume. So let's go ahead and open her up. All right, not letting it breathe, just going straight in first impressions. From a color standpoint, I would say it's about a medium red, somewhere between like a garnet and a ruby. It actually kind of doesn't remind me much of a Merlot. It almost reminds me a little bit more of like a dark Pinot Noir. It's very interesting, or maybe like a Cabernet. Doesn't remind me much of a Merlot or a Malbec. Those tend to be a little bit darker, but yeah. From a nose standpoint, oh, this is very interesting. It kind of has like a little bit of like a musty element, almost like a wet hay, which is interesting because there's like a pepper element to it. There's like black pepper. I'm gonna go on lines of like a blackberry raspberry note in terms of the fruit. There's one other thing in there. It's like maybe it's the oak, but it doesn't feel like it. It's almost like a slight ammonia type of hint. And maybe that's kind of what I was confusing with like the wet hay. Maybe it's kind of that like earthy, slightly decomposed type thing, but not in a bad way, not like rotting flesh. I'm talking about like really good compost. It's very earthy smelling. It has some of the elements of what was in it, but not much. It's just like that really rich soil smell. That's what you get with this wine. Let me go ahead and taste it now. Not at all what it smells like. Not at all. I mean, like a red cherry. Not getting really any blackberry. I swear to all, that's all I smell blackberry in here. I'm not getting really any of that gaminess. That was kind of, you know what? Maybe I am. Okay. As the finish kind of settles in, I am getting a little bit of that kind of soily element to it. It's actually a lot softer than I thought it would be. It's very, very fruit forward and probably not medium high acid. Man, I'm having a hard time with this one. It almost reminds me of like instead of like a Merlot Malbec blend, it almost reminds me of almost like a Tempranillo in terms of the flavor. Like a Tempranillo cut with some Chianti. That's kind of what it reminds me of instead of like a Merlot Malbec. Anyway, so what am I gonna rate this? I'm gonna rate this a good. And here's why. If this was a $10 bottle, I'd be giving it an okay. It's like $5.50 if I recall. Or $6.50, somewhere around there, like between $5 and $7. Because of that, and the fact that it actually has some complexity to it, I'm gonna give it a good for the price range. I am not disappointed by this at all, and I'm actually quite shocked by the way it tastes. The nose is a little off-putting if you go too deep into it, but if you're just going at like if you're just going face value of it, like you're not gonna sit there and like just breathe it in a whole lot, and then you're not going to like criticize the fact that it's a $5 wine or $7, somewhere between there. I'm actually kind of happy with it. I love that South American reds have such an earthy element to it, and this really highlights that earthy element. It doesn't do it in a way that's overpowering either, because I still get a lot of the fruit. I'm kind of happy with this one. I'm gonna give it a good, especially for the price range. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you tried the Panilonco, what is it? I think it says Chief of Lions Merlot Malbec blend. If you have, I'd love to know in the comments below. And like I said, I picked this up at a store that that kind of rhymes with Mater Does, and I paid about $5 to $7 for it. Anyway, so I will get to see you guys again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime. In the meantime, I'm gonna go enjoy the Chief of Lions a little bit. See y'all later.